Andor is one of the greatest Star Wars series to date, focusing on the political side of Star Wars, as well as the characters and the cultures in the galaxy. It's one of the most real-feeling shows in the Star Wars universe. Recently released Season 2 was without a doubt one of the most anticipated shows of 2025. Now that all the episodes of Season 2 are out, should you watch it, and does it live up to the original? Welcome to our review of Andor Season 2. Star Wars is an awesome group of movies and shows, and it covers almost any type of media you could imagine. Of course, nothing in the galaxy could rival the original films, and the fact that it was purchased by Disney, yep, that's right. Same Disney that made live action Snow White. Doesn't help its case, but there are a few good pieces of media in the recent Star Wars universe, including but not limited to, well, it depends on who you ask. We're not trying to start a comments war here, but we promise. But what most fans can agree on is that Andor is one of, if not, the greatest Star Wars show released. Now that Season 2 is out, does it live up to the hype set up by the original? Like Season 1, Season 2 sets its eyes on the political side of the Star Wars universe. This gives Andor an advantage unrivaled by other Star Wars content. Perspective. The show follows those who are looking to end the iron fist imposed by the Empire, and it does so focusing on the expanded conflict, not just one faction such as the Rebellion. This wide range of ideologies, options, and characters greatly mimics the world we have today. The show constantly asks, how far will someone go to bring their ideal world to reality? Each group would answer this differently, and this difference creates an interesting tension for the people who all want the same thing, but want to achieve it in a dissimilar way. However, it doesn't just explore the rebels fighting to dismantle Imperial rule, but also the Empire itself. It investigates the lives of people who are Imperials and shows us that many of them are still human and not completely lifeless monsters looking to rule over everything, rather just people trying to make a living. In contrast, it shows the pure evil that does lurk in the souls of some Imperial leaders who crave nothing but power. This dynamic means that not everything in Andor is black or white, and this is a refreshing change from most other Star Wars content, where the bad guy is just the bad guy, full stop. It also investigates the policies set by the Empire and the political side of the decisions made, as well as the consequences of those and how different people react to them. This well-rounded look at the Imperial rule gives fans the ability to really understand and consider how the Empire works. Andor is no doubt a dark show, and this certainly contributes to the real feeling it has. If you were to look back at Star Wars episodes 4, 5, and 6, you notice that Luke Skywalker spends most of his time fighting with the Rebellion. Andor, however, goes beyond this, and shows the gruesome and difficult lives for those living under the Empire, rather than just with or against it. When a character goes onto the streets, you can appreciate the immense number of tiny details that make them seem so realistic. It almost feels like you're walking around a major city but set in a galaxy far away. When you take a moment to really think about how much work it must take to create these sets, which are so familiar yet different to the world we walk around in today, you can truly understand the magic that these details create. The immersive feeling that the show creates is what makes Andor a truly unique show. The acting in the show is nothing short of exceptional, and the actors are no doubt some of the best across into Star Wars. The dynamics and emotions between the characters are amazing. Compared to many other recent Star Wars shows, these dynamics are truly impactful and really make it feel like they steer the narrative. The way the characters react to each other is interesting and realistic, providing Andor with another element that makes it feel real. The narrative itself is interesting and enjoyable, and it's certainly sad to hear Andor won't be returning for a third season. The story is all about the characters and the politics of the Star Wars universe. However, it still finds plenty of time to shove in some action, but without a doubt, the show can be slow at times. And it makes sure that every line said is necessary for the story going forward. This means skipping parts of the show only makes it confused. On top of this, Andor Season 2 definitely requires you to watch, understand, and remember the first season in detail. So if you're a little murky, Season 1 might be worth a rewatch. A small word of warning as well, Andor is certainly the goriest show to come out of the Star Wars universe, and it is clear the series' ideal audience is adults. The show contains many brutal scenes and moments, meaning some might find specific parts of the show hard to swallow. So, should you watch Andor Season 2? The show focuses on realism, characters, and emotions, makes it a truly unique Star Wars show. Its broad look at a range of different factions and people gives it the advantage of perspective compared to many other Star Wars shows. Its priority on providing a realistic galaxy with many tiny details gives Andor a lifelike feel that creates an immersive experience. While the narrative is full of action and interesting events, the show can be slow at times and can be confusing if you don't remember Season 1 in detail. For a final rating, Andor definitely deserves an 8 out of 10. It's definitely worth a watch if you're a Star Wars fan or someone who is looking for an enjoyable sci-fi series. Luckily, it doesn't require too much knowledge beyond Andor's timeline, but you may find some bits slightly confusing if you are new to Star Wars. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe and we'll see you in the next one.